What is going on, everybody? Just want to do a quick video on where Bitcoin is heading. Right now, Bitcoin is past 20,000 and there's a lot of excitement in the air. There's also a lot of people who are FOMOing into Bitcoin. But before you FOMO in, before you jump in, whether you are a moon boy or a stonk boy or a crypto hater, one thing for sure is Bitcoin broke 20K and there may be more in store. So a lot of people are probably asking the question, where is Bitcoin going? Is it going to the moon? Is it going to 200K? Is it going to like 500K? Is it going to a million, as McAfee said? Well, there are some ways you can see where crypto is headed. And right now, I'm going to show you this one indicator I use that can tell me where is the next rest stop for Bitcoin. And this is called the Fibonacci indicator. If you're not familiar with Fibonacci, you can find it on TradingView or any other charting services. So the way I do it is I'm just going to chart from the peak, from the last peak, which was at close to around 20K, and I chart it down to the lowest point. And from there, I can use this indicator, use the results from the Fibonacci to determine where are the next potential rest stops for Bitcoin. And as you can see, we have potential rest stop at about like 23 to 25K, and the next one is at about $30,000. And these are pretty logical rest stops, because if you look at the past performance for Bitcoin, whenever it dropped or during its rises, Bitcoin did bounce off these rest points. And of course, these rest points are not absolute. Of course, when there's a line, you should assume there should be like a box or a range where Bitcoin could like face resistance or support. So you can see with this line right here, Bitcoin bounced right here. It bounced off these lines, and then it found support here again too. And in 2019, in the run-up, you can see that Bitcoin found some support doing this line right here. It found support doing this line. And we found support doing these lines and resistance doing these lines as well too. And if this set of Fibonacci supports and resistance holds true, then we could assume that Bitcoin may find resistance and supports in these lines as we move up, which can stretch all the way up to 72K. Whether Bitcoin will do that or not, we will see, because we know that Bitcoin has a tendency of not following the rules. So another thing I do want to give a heads up on, especially with Bitcoin, is if you are new to Bitcoin, you haven't seen how Bitcoin works, you can say that Bitcoin is like that annoying girlfriend that you have, right? It can go crazy, and sometimes it acts normal, but you want to keep Bitcoin around because it's something that makes you proud. So here's an interesting case study from back when Bitcoin reached its all-time high at about 1.1K, and it dropped into its crypto winter back in 2015, and it broke the all-time high again back in 2017. What did we notice was, before this run up that we talked about, that everyone is going to be expecting, you should also note that Bitcoin had a series of drops as well too. I'm just going to move this out of the way. You can see that Bitcoin had a series of 30% drops. In fact, we can even see a number of them. We can even see one more right here. And if you think that it's going to be smooth sailing for Bitcoin all the way to 70K, 100K, 200K, or even 400, 300K by, as mentioned by Citibank, you're going to be in for a huge disappointment, because back in the last bull run, Bitcoin had a number of 30% drops. You can see Bitcoin was running up, got to about like near its all-time high, and it dropped. Same thing, after breaking all-time high, it had a 30% drop. And as we go up, Another one. This one is another 33% drop. And then we have another one right here, 38% drop. And then another one, 40% drop. So if you are new to Bitcoin, you're new to crypto, expect these huge drops, because if you can't handle a 30% drop, then you don't deserve the 2000% gains, because that's how much a lot of people made in the last bull run. So, and you may be wondering like whether Bitcoin will have enough steam to take it up to 100K, 200K, and we can take a look at fundamentals. I mean, technicals aside, we can now look at the fundamentals, where we can see that we have big banks who are getting into crypto right now. You have MicroStrategies, you have PayPal, you have Square, and now you have more and more banks. Even the Bank of Singapore, DBS, is getting in on crypto, and this is massive news. And we haven't even started talking about retail investors. If you look at Google Trend, this is another neat trick you can do too. Back in 2017, a lot of people were searching up Bitcoin and crypto, and Google gave it an index of 100. Right now, we're just right here. We're only at an index of about like 11 to 18. A lot of people still haven't started searching up crypto yet, and I could imagine there's going to be a massive run up starting January. After everybody meet up for Christmas dinner, those who made a lot of money are going to be bragging about the crypto, their Bitcoin gains and such, and all the friends and family and the grandmas are going to be flocking over to crypto. And this is where we may see a run up. And I congratulate all of you guys who got in on Bitcoin in the early stages, because the rocket is just getting ready to launch. Whether you are for crypto or you are a stonk boy, or whether you just in it for a quick buck, Bitcoin is going to be making life-changing wealth for those who believe in it. So just strap in and enjoy the ride. I'll see you guys at the next video. Peace and love, my friends. God bless.